Here's how to make the King Ghast. Also, if you don't know what the King Ghast is, I have a link in the description to a video where I fight the King Ghast along with two other people, so you actually know what the King Ghast is. It'll be in the there will be a link to it in the description. So I'd suggest watching that video before watching this one so you know what the King Ghast is like. Anyway, here's how to make it. So first I'd suggest making a hole. I decided to make mine 5 blocks deep and then dig out an area like this. And then in that area you want to place one command block here with this command. Also, and so just like pause the video and add what you can see on screen. Also, since this does work across both versions, you see with the part that says r equals 3, instead you're going to have to change it to distance equals ... 3. And then put down this command, but also at the effect part, if you're on Java Edition, put in give, and it's the same for all other commands that have the part where it says run effect. So copy that, and oh yeah, and r equals 3, replace that with distance equals ... 3 again for Java Edition. And then put this one down. You should know the differences you need to make if you're on Java. Then this one, of course, also add the differences for Java. And then this one. And then this one. And then there's this one. And but there's also something, but if you look down here, there's another difference for across the version that isn't actually like tied to the command itself. If on Bedrock Edition, there's this execute on first ticks thing where you can change that off, delay in ticks where you can set it to any number you want. If you're on Bedrock Edition, but it's only on Bedrock Edition, so if you're on Bedrock Edition, go down to the bottom on this part of the command, turn off execute on first tick, and then change delay in ticks from 0 to 10. But if you're on Java Edition, then instead use this. So basically it's just 2 redstone wires going into the command block, and then a third one that's surrounded by 3 repeaters that are on 3 ticks, and then another repeater that's only on 1 tick, so kind of like this. So like this. And then of course there's also this redstone leading into a piston, and then this chest with these blocks. Although it won't actually be there, just grab the blocks that are in here. No, well, not these two, but with the redstone block, place it above the piston, and now you've got an infinitely repeating 1 second redstone clock. And also, you're gonna have to change if you're on Java, you're gonna have to change redstone from always active to needs redstone. But of course, it's easier on Bedrock. On Bedrock Edition, it's easier to use delay and ticks. Oh yeah, and I'd suggest destroying this piston. And now we've got these 3 command blocks. First, you want to place down this command block. And of course, with effect, put give before at s. And then put down this command block. But of course, after the part where it says effect add S, put given between effect and add S. And then this command block right over here, just copy it. Note for the command itself, there's no differences between version, but if you're on Bedrock Edition, turn off execute on first tick and put delay and ticks to 1. And if you're on Java Edition, then just make sure that this command block is placed after these command blocks. And like make sure you've got all the commands ready before you finish the command ready for these two before you finish the command on this one for Java. Okay, so now you've got everything ready for making the King Ghast itself. So now you just want to type. So now you want to grab grab a name tag and an anvil and put in your name tag and change the name to King King_Ghast. Make sure that there's an underscore because that's what's put in the command block. You can't really customize names that have spaces in them. Or if you're on Bedrock Edition, you can there's a way simpler way of doing this. Just type /summon Ghast King_Ghast. Wait, just put in this command. This also works the same, but it only works on Bedrock Edition. And then you've got the King Ghast. Oh yeah, and you see those commands? They're basically like the health boost. Like the health boost and instant health is basically just for the extra health. So wait, where did he? Oh, so I can. So he does not have a normal amount of health. So he does not have a normal amount of health. It takes a couple hits to kill him. Well, not a couple, like a lot. Even with this netherite sword.
What the is this? Okay, well, I mean, now if I see him.
That only works on Bedrock Edition, so if you're on Java, of course you can just get a spawn egg and use the name tag, and it does the exact same thing. As you can see, the commands showed up, and if I try to kill it, it takes a while. May as well just like put in a command. As compared to a normal Ghast, which... Why did 3 spawn? Which can be killed in like 1 or 2 hits. Anyway, here is basically here's what the attacks look like from this mob. So this is what happens. So it summons the magma cube, and when you get hit by it, it gives you all these effects: poison, levitation, slowness, weakness, and nausea. And also, there's also the Warrior Ghast, which you don't have to add any extra commands to. I've already got just those commands already completely sets up the Warrior. So basically to create the Warrior, just place a name tag in and rename that name tag to say Warrior. It doesn't even really matter how you spell it. You don't even need to add the name tag, but it still looks better, or I still prefer adding the name tag. And then, or of course, if you're on Bedrock Edition, you can just type this command, summon Ghast Warrior, and it'll automatically give it the name. Or of course, you could just skip the name. It's not a necessary part. Doesn't actually edit the code. And here's what the warrior does. It gives you these effects. It doesn't actually spawn any magma cubes. It's basically just like it's kind of like just the King Ghast's backup. It's not very good. Like 10 warriors is still probably easier to fight off than one King Ghast. It doesn't have any added health. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you've made it this far and haven't seen the original King Ghast video, you should probably check it out after this. Link is in the description. And also there's a custom mob playlist that's link will also be in the description, basically showing other custom mobs. So far there will only be 2 custom mobs. There's only 2 custom mobs I've made in it, but over time it will go, but I will add more and more over time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.